probably been told that PCOS is simply a hormone problem, that birth control is the main fix, or worse, that you just need to eat less and work out more. And yet you're doing all of the right things and you still feel exhausted, inflamed, bloated, and frustrated. You're gaining weight even though you're working harder than ever. Your cycles are irregular. Your mood is all over the place. The worst part, you're starting to wonder if this is just how it's going to be. Let me stop you right there. You're not broken. You just need a strategy. PCOS isn't just simply about hormones. That's a big factor, but it's about how your entire system is functioning underneath. In this video, I am going to show you a real path forward, the lifestyle shifts that actually move the needle. I'm going to tell you about the supplements that are actually worth your time. Finally, how to stop chasing your symptoms and start restoring balance in a way that is realistic and sustainable. I'm Dr. Matt Jones, and I have worked with countless patients and clients who have dealt with PCOS and metabolic dysfunction. I've seen firsthand just how confusing this can be, but I've also seen what actually works. And today, I'm going to walk you through that step by step. So let's start with what almost nobody's telling you. You can't out-supplement a broken lifestyle. When it comes to PCOS, your lifestyle is your first form of medicine. This doesn't mean going extreme. You don't need to run 6 miles a day. You don't need to cut out every carb and obsess over food into an eating disorder. But you do need to build a system that regulates your insulin, supports your metabolism, and tells your body that it's safe again. Here's where to start. Prioritize walking every single day. I know it's not flashy. I can't wrap this in some crazy biohacking or novel bow with that. But walking is one of the most powerful things that you can do for PCOS. It helps to regulate blood sugar. It improves insulin sensitivity. It lowers cortisol. It helps to reduce inflammation. And it tells your body that it's safe to come out of survival mode. Walk 15 to 30 minutes a day. That's it. Honestly though, bonus if you want to walk a little extra. Do this outside if you can, after meals if possible, and most importantly, do this consistently. A nice 15 to 30 minute walk in the morning can change your life. Honestly, bonus if you want to go for one after dinner. I have seen people make such drastic improvements and changes with walking alone. Please don't underestimate this. Number 2, resistance training a few days a week. Muscle is an endocrine organ, meaning it can literally change how your hormones work. When you lift weights, your cells become more responsive to insulin. You burn fat more effectively, and you stabilize your cycles over time. And no, lifting will not make you bulky. That's a myth that has kept way too many women stuck in cardio loops and not getting the strength that they need. 2 to 3 full body sessions a week. Focus on compound movements, good form, and recovery. You don't need to crush yourself in the gym. You just need to show up and build strength over time. Start gentle. And if you're feeling burned out, then back it down a little bit. Number 3, cardio and HIIT workouts. They need to be strategic and not constant. Cardio and HIIT can be great. They can increase insulin sensitivity, they can support cardiovascular health, and they can absolutely improve your metabolic flexibility. But they're not a daily requirement, and doing them too often, especially in a high stress state, can make your PCOS worse. Use them as tools, not as band-aids. 2 sessions a week is plenty for most people. Make sure that they are supporting your energy, not draining it, just like with the weightlifting. If it's starting to be too much, back it down a little bit. I'm not telling you to get up and go run 6 miles every single day, but 15 minutes on a stair climber a few times a week can really change your life. Here's the best way I can put this and what you need to intuitively listen to, because your intuition really matters here. When you finish, if you feel better about yourself about 15 minutes, 30 minutes later, that's a really good sign. If you feel absolutely fried day after day, there's a problem. It's time to reel it back in a little bit. Women are very intuitive. Listen to that. Number 4, reduce inflammation through your food. No crash diets, no calorie obsession. It's quality that matters. Now, I need to make a disclaimer here. Calories in versus calories out do play a role here. There can be utility in using a calorie counter if you're doing it appropriately. If you are needing weight loss, a calorie deficit is important. You can download apps like MyFitnessPal. They're free and they can really help you. The point I'm trying to make here is it's not the only thing that matters. And when I say that, I mean the only thing that matters for PCOS as a whole, not just for weight loss. PCOS is deeply linked to systemic inflammation and blood sugar dysregulation. So what you eat absolutely impacts your symptoms. Focus on whole food meals. High quality proteins. This is salmon, chicken, grass-fed beef, eggs. Healthy fats. This is avocados, olive oil, nuts, seeds. Slow carbs, sweet potatoes, lentils, berries, quinoa. Tons of color. There's a lot of truth to that simple little statement that's been said for years. Greens, cruciferous vegetables, peppers. You need to reduce inflammatory triggers like ultra-processed foods. I cannot state that enough. You also need to be careful of these sugar bomb things that people are eating. Look at your labels. If you're drinking flavored drinks or energy drinks, I don't care how healthy you think they are, read the label. You might be very surprised. It matters. And also try to reduce seed oils where you can. This isn't punishment, it's nourishment. Think about this, your diet, as the most simple and profound form of self-respect. You're feeding the system that you are trying to heal. Number 5, stress management is a non-negotiable. High cortisol affects your insulin, disrupts your cycle, and it can worsen cravings and fatigue. Meditation, walking, deep breathing, journaling, saying no to things that drain you. These all matter. I make a lot of videos on this. You can also look at anything else on YouTube. Find systems that work for you that easily fit into your day-to-day life. Don't just fix your schedule. You need to fix your inputs. And this will not be complete without me mentioning this. Please be very careful about short form content. I create content on short form, okay? I do because it's a good way to reach people. I also create long form content. There is a huge difference in how it affects you. That constant dopamine scrolling of triggering things constantly every 2 to 5 seconds, a drastic swing of emotions and energy, it can wear on your nervous system. Be very, very cognizant of that. And if you need to temporarily block that out, do it. Fill your inputs. If you want to watch things on social media, it can be great. It can be informative. You're here. Watch quality long form videos. You can control that, but it's very difficult on a scroll. Be cognizant. That's all I'm asking. What this all boils down to is if your life is constantly on fire, your hormones will be too. Now, once the lifestyle pieces are in motion, that's walking, strength, nutrition, stress management, supplements can be an incredible support. They're not a shortcut, they are not a cure-all, but they are a powerful way to move the needle faster and reduce symptoms along the way. There are 3 supplements that I recommend the most often for PCOS. Number 1 is inositol, specifically myo-inositol plus D-chiroinositol in a 40-to-1 ratio. That sounds confusing, but I'm going to make it easier for you. This is one of the most researched natural treatments for PCOS. Inositol is a vitamin-like compound that helps to restore insulin sensitivity, improve ovulatory function, support regular cycles, and has even been shown to improve egg quality. There's a reason I mentioned the ratio before. You want your myo-inositol and D-chiroinositol to be in a 40-to-1 ratio. This is what has been studied the most. They study it this way because it mimicked the more natural ratio in the body, but again, this is what has been shown in the studies to be the most effective at this time. Don't just grab a random bottle that says inositol on the front. Check the label. It matters. When taken consistently, this can be a game changer for many women with PCOS. Number 2, berberine, often called nature's metformin, and I'll tell you why it's called that. You've probably heard people refer to berberine as nature's metformin, and there's a reason why. It's because berberine activates an enzyme called AMPK, which is adenosine monophosphate activated protein kinase. This plays a major role in energy metabolism. Metformin activates the same pathway. That's why they call it that. Really no other reason. Here's where berberine can help. It improves insulin sensitivity. It reduces blood glucose levels. It lowers androgens, more in a downstream effect. It can support weight loss, and it can improve lipid profiles, again in more of a downstream effect. It's been shown to be effective in head-to-head comparisons with metformin and without some of the side effects. But it needs to be high quality. Not all products are created equal. If you're looking for a solid one, just let me know. I can send you the exact one that I use in my PCOS protocol in full script. Number 3, alpha-lipoic acid. ALA is a very powerful antioxidant that has been shown to help a lot of things, but specifically for PCOS, it's been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, reduce oxidative stress, support glucose metabolism, and decrease inflammation. ALA has been shown in the studies to be most effective when combined with these other 2 supplements I mentioned. Some studies showed them isolated with just inositol or isolated with berberine. Some studies combine them all. They seem to have a really synergistic effect, and ALA alone seems to really benefit from that, as in it really amplifies the whole effect of the other 2. These supplements, when paired with the right lifestyle changes, can dramatically reduce symptoms and help you start feeling like yourself again. I know how overwhelming supplements can feel. I really do. Trust me, I have been studying them for a very long time. I especially know that with so many bad ones out there, it can be very difficult to find something that you trust. That's why I use a professional grade dispensary called FullScript. It is trusted, it is third-party tested, and it is used by physicians. There are a tremendous amount of fakes on Amazon. I'm sorry, it is becoming a very widespread problem. There are a lot of poor quality sourcing things, even at the stores like CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, etc. They have been studied. That's why I do this. If you want my PCOS protocol with the exact supplements that I use and recommend, just drop a comment. I don't care what you say, PCOS protocol, or send me your list, whatever it may be, and I will send you the direct link. I'll do this so you know that you are getting it from a quality source. So here's what I want you to take away from all of this. Number 1, you are not broken. Number 2, you are not lazy. PCOS is a real condition that requires real support. It requires a real plan. But the good news is, you can do something about it. You don't need to work out 7 days a week. You don't need to starve yourself. You don't need to try every random trend on TikTok. What you need is a plan that works for your body, not against it. Here's that plan in one sentence. Walk daily. Prioritize whole food meals. Lift weights 2 to 3 times a week. Manage stress like your life depends on it, because, well, your symptoms do. And support your symptoms with the right supplements if needed. That was a run-on sentence, I'm aware. If you start there and stay consistent, you'll start to begin to feel the shift. You'll have more energy, clearer thinking, more stable mood. And yes, you can see real changes in your body composition, your cycles, and your confidence. Now, if this video hits home, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like you've tried a million things and still don't feel like yourself, I want to invite you to take a little bit deeper dive into your lifestyle with me. I wrote a book called From Dole to Doctor, How I Rewired My Brain for Success and How You Can Too. It's right here. And while the book isn't specifically about PCOS, it is about building the foundation that your body needs to thrive. I talk about food, stress, nervous system regulation, energy, performance, and the exact tools that helped me and countless patients and clients take their health back. There is a ton of overlap in the lifestyle factors that are needed to really help you with PCOS and what I talk about in the book. This is a deep dive, much more than I can put in a 10-minute video here. So that is why I'm recommending you read it. If you are tired of surface level advice and ready for real change, I really do think the book will meet you exactly where you're at. And I think it's going to give you that structure that you've been missing. You can grab it using the link below. I'll put it at the top of the description for you. And again, if you want my PCOS protocol, just drop a link and I'll see in the FullScript link directly, or I'll also put it in the top of the caption as well. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, drop a comment. It helps me tremendously. It helps the channel tremendously so it can reach more people. And share this video with someone who you think could benefit. It's free. It's the least that you can do to help them. Seriously. And as always, I'm Dr. Matt Jones. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.